What's up, vapors? Welcome to another edition of Maximum Vapage with Gypsy Jen. Today we're going to be reviewing Darkmoon's Foggy Sauce, and the flavor we're going to be taking a look at today is the Munchie Crunch. Darkmoon's Foggy Sauce. I've had a handful of their flavors. They are a high VG. The owner of the company, describes them as a high VG liquid. I have had pretty good luck using them in a tank. So they are described as a deluxe dripping juice, as you can see on the label. But they do work well in tanks as well. So I'm going to be reviewing the Munchie Crunch, which let's take a look at the bottle and the label. She has these great dark amber bottles with this fantastic sort of old school feel label. The label is nice and juice protected. You can tell that, you spill anything on it, it's not going to mess it up. It's got your standard warning, keep away from children and pets. It has the name of the juice and the milligram, which this is a 3 milligram liquid. And then it has USP grade, made in the USA, and then it has the web address, which is www.foggysauce.com. I've had a couple of flavors from Foggy Sauce, and everything I've had from them has been really extra flavorful, especially considering that they're high VG liquids. Sometimes with the higher VG liquids, you have the great smoothness, but sometimes you run into an issue with they're not being quite as flavorful. That's totally not the case with these flavors, at least not the ones that I've had from them. So let's dive into the review. The first device I'm going to be reviewing the Munchie Crunch in is a VV 3.0 with the Nautilus on top. This is not a device, it's a mini Nautilus on top. This is not a device that I would normally use, but I wanted to point out that this is a tank-friendly juice, so that's the purpose of using a high VG juice in the mini Nautilus. It's nice and buttery. This flavor tastes just like your caramel popcorn treats, like the Crunch and Munch or the tastes just like Crunch and Munch. You get the nice buttery sweet caramel. Excuse me. You get the sweet caramel, you get the buttery, there's this incredible buttery quality from the very beginning of the inhale all the way through the tip of the exhale, and it's so smooth and creamy. You get the popcorn, you get the peanuts with just enough of the saltiness to know that it's, you're sweet and you're salty, you're savory, and there's a little bit of a tang. And this particular flavor hits every part of your taste buds. So delicious. So now we're going to use the same juice in a Atlantis on top of a box mod. I'm going to run this at 32 watts. That flavor is so killer. The flavor in this device versus with the mini Nautilus is like times 10. Overwhelming. You get the buttery popcorn and the sweet, smooth, creamy caramel and the slight saltiness from the nuts. This flavor, I'll tell you, I got these juices about a week and a half ago, and I have a handful of juices that are my daily vapes. This Munchie Crunch it's a 30 ml bottle, and it is gone. I mean, I have maybe 2 mils left. It's so delicious. I cannot say enough about this flavor. And look how thick, nice and thick that liquid is. I mean, the smoothness of it, it hits like a champ. I mean, I can't. It's probably the most flavorful high VG liquid. She doesn't describe her liquids as max VG. She describes them as high VG. So, but it's so flavorful and so smooth. Operator error. Here we go. Yeah, just doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't. So let's drip this. I'm going to be using a Derringer built at it's about a 0.28 build, dual coil, nothing super fancy, just your standard micro coil. Vapor production is out of this world. Oh my God, that is like heaven in a liquid. That is for the savory type vapes, people who are into desserts, people who are even into fruity type stuff. This is a flavor I would recommend to anyone. Tobacco vapors, bakery type vapors, fruity vapors. This liquid hits every section of your taste buds. I cannot say enough about it. I wish that I had 500 mils of this right now, because this liquid is in my top of all-time favorite juices. And that, yeah, I've had a lot of juices, and this is some good stuff right here. Oh my God, the creaminess factor is just mind-blowing. Like, how do you even achieve that in a liquid? That's just insane. It's insane. It's insanity. It's juice insanity. So let's take a look at Foggy Sauce's website. So here is the website, Darkmoon's Foggy Sauce, and you've got your, your standard website set up here. Some great imagery used on the website. They've got feature products here. Yeah, this is just a short description. There's a couple reviews on there. So let's go take a look at the Munchie Crunch. See if I can find it. E-liquids, there we go. Taking a minute for it to load. Here is the Munchie Crunch. Hey, what happened? There we go. So here's the Munchie Crunch. And there's the picture. And looking at the picture, I mean, that's exactly what it tastes like. That's exactly what it tastes like. It's phenomenal. A rich and buttery caramel toffee popcorn, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Honestly, it just doesn't. So the 15 milliliter bottles are $7.49, and the 30 milliliter bottles are $14.99. They come in 0 milligrams, 3 milligrams, 6 milligrams, 12 milligrams, 18 milligrams, and 24 milligrams, which not a lot of the higher VG liquids come in that high of a milligram, so that's fantastic. So that's just a basic look at the website. I will link the website up in the description below. Yeah, Foggy sauce all day, Munchie Crunch. Oh my God! If you're looking for something that's different, that's not your typical, you know, cereal or custard or fruit flavor or whatever, I highly, highly, highly recommend the Munchie Crunch. So delicious, so delicious. It just doesn't get better than that. I mean, the cream factor with the caramel, and the caramel is not so sickly sweet. It's the perfect amount of sweet. It's the perfect amount of balance between the sweet and the salty and the savory, and there's just a little bit of the tartness that you get. So like I said, this liquid hits every part of your taste buds. I mean, that is a perfect juice. Perfect. You can use it in any device. Now, with it being as high in VG, I wouldn't recommend using it in like the CE4, CE5 style tanks. But other than that, like your normal Nautilus tanks or your Atlantis or any of the tanks works fine. I've used it in my Nautilus, no issues. Use it in my K-Fun, no issues. Use it in my Atlantis, no issues, obviously. And then, of course, dripping. Fantastic, fantastic liquid. I give it 50 million stars, if that's even possible. 2 thumbs up, 2 toes up, 2 everything up. Great, great, great juice. So that has been Munchie Crunch by Darkmoon's Foggy Sauce. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one.